Welcome back, everybody, to the Grace and Grit podcast. This is the 7th episode, and I am here with my co-host, Aurora.
Ta-da!
My name is Raymond, and for this episode, we have identity, self-worth, and internal conflict. We're going to start off with why men tie identity to success and women tie identity to being chosen.
I think from our first episode, we kind of talked about how the male gaze always looks at the female physically first.
Yeah.
And so when we have that established, but I don't think that women necessarily, actually it depends on the situation. Because when I go out, like 90% of where I'm going is always just kind of like, I'm always like wanting to look good, but I look good for myself, but I also know that I look good
I want to look good for the women.
Well, also it depends, when I'm going out, when I was with my ex, right?
Yeah.
I would always go out looking nice. I knew I was looking really nice, right? But I wouldn't do it for any of the other guys. I honestly did because I was very proud to be beside my man, And so I just think it really did complement each other. And I felt more powerful knowing that I looked good instead of when I go out not feeling myself. I always say, if you're feeling down in the dumps and you don't feel good, put some makeup on. I know it's a struggle on that day. Put on a really nice outfit. For me, it's always a dress. Plus, it's easy to slip on. So it's beautiful, convenient. And then just go for a walk. I know it's a lot of effort, but you feel 10 times better.
You feel that, and you're outside. You're breathing, maybe the sun's out.
The air on the weekend, we went up north, up north.
No, it was better.
The air was so tasteful. Anyone who lives in the city knows that this air just tastes terrible. And
it's
then
recycled. It feels it feels like recycled air. And going up to that city up north,
it was so good.
No, the oxygen felt rich.
I know.
It felt really nice. It was been a while since I had gone back, and I was very happy to be there.
It makes me think a little bit about how I've always wanted to be a city girl and stuff like that. But now that I've spent so many years here, I've always kind of wanted to live around the city. But now I'm thinking that maybe I'd want to
go back
a little bit because I could go outside and yes, I still look good, but I wouldn't have to care about what I was doing. I could walk outside and just walk. I wouldn't have to put on a face for anyone, you know? But then I go out here and everyone's judging you. Everyone's looking at you because there is such a big homeless population. There is. You always have to be judging whether people are safe or not. And if
everyone's always staring. And
always.
I wanted to ask you, because on social media, people say it a lot where women put up on makeup and they dress up to, and the women always say, I'm doing it for myself. But a lot of on social media, people are saying, that's bullshit. They're doing it for other people, for the attention. What do you think about that?
Putting on makeup does not mean for attention. I have two perspectives on this. So when I grew up, I wasn't allowed to wear makeup. It was just seen as though makeup's something that is making yourself look fake. So I never used to put on makeup until I think the last 2 years of high school is when I started putting on makeup, other than pageants, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And having that, putting makeup on never made me feel less or more powerful in terms of elementary school or high school, but there is definitely a very big distinction between wearing makeup in the professional setting and without wearing makeup. So I did a social experiment where, I'm very big on social experiments and businesses, and I never really cared much about putting on makeup. So I always just put on makeup. But when I went into a business meeting without wearing makeup, I felt like people treated me different.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if that was more of an internal, more of my own subconscious, getting to me this is something different now, so you have to act less. But I didn't feel like I acted any less, but I did notice a difference. So whether it is yourself, whether it is others, I think if you feel more powerful putting on makeup, do it. Go ahead. I never do anything drastic or different.
Yeah, your makeup is pretty light, yeah.
I think so, but except for the pageant. I didn't do my own makeup when it came to pageants. This other person did it.
It's such a white person thing, pageants. I've never heard a brown person talk about a pageant.
Have you ever seen Miss Universe? They're on there as well. They're they look really nice.
They're very slim.
Yeah. That's what you're. I'm the confidence of each
the way they
character.
carry themselves.
I love the way they respond to questions. It's so elegant.
Yeah, they're because they're the most beautiful from each country. Do you know how crazy that is? You should be oozing with confidence.
Okay, but they're not I guess they are chosen, but like the way the pageants work is that you volunteer to like go into it and you pay your fee. And then if you win a certain level, then you go up to the next level and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But there's still like, you know, I feel like, you know what? I think this might be a metaphor for life. Like if you want to do something, you have to actually do it yourself. No one's going to pick you. They're never going to choose you and be like, oh, that's a person just because they look pretty or whatever. They're never going to do it unless you put yourself out there. That is advertising at its finest.
No, that's true. And in the other sense, for like why men tie identity to success, I mean, what else is there? For
purpose.
Purpose, yeah. It goes back to like guys need purpose in life, and the only way to provide, if it's taking care of someone else, the only way to provide that purpose is by having money.
But it's not even like just about money per se, but like the physical attributes, like when you guys are successful within the gym, right? When you're feeling good, like, yes, all like the biological effects, yes, of like what happens, you know, more testosterone, feeling great, looking great,
your horny as fuck.
Yeah, feeling yourself. But more so is that like when you feel good, you illuminate that aura of confidence, feeling good. I mean, just take our friend Tav, you know, as soon as he gets back from the gym, he calls me, he's like, yo, I have so much energy, and he's like, I feel so good right now, you want to come over? And I'm like, leave me alone.
What you trying to do? No, 100%. Most people say that, going to the gym, you get tired afterwards, which depending on how hard you work out, yes, but you just feel much better going to the gym, working out, and having your meal than not going to the gym and eating fast food. The difference is insane. If I miss a day of gym, I just feel like shit.
You know what? I got this from a client today, actually. So my client today was telling me how emotions are like water, are like an ocean, a wave, you know? It's going to come in, it's going to come out. You're going to be really like angry and mad one moment, then you're going to be really calm. Emotions fluctuate, and it's about having that control over knowing this is my focus, this is my purpose. Even though I want to eat that cheesecake, I'm not going to. I'm going to continue to focus on my goal and just pursue past it. That is honestly, food is a really big thing for me.
I know for you. I mean, I think for all of us, I think we have self-control.
I think I used to be like you in terms of like, so we have this thing. I used to have this thing, but he would sit in a food court and just smell the food. And
you have to train your mind to block out all disadvantages in your life. Distractions. And eating fast food it's not good for you.
I don't like fast food.
So
I don't crave fast food. Yeah. It's more like though I crave health. That sounds so weird.
No, 100%.
But like at the same time, you know what's really funny? My friend Heba came over the other day, and I made such this like healthy lunch for us, you know, like steamed all these vegetables and this fish, and it was just really, really healthy. But it was so healthy that 2 hours later I looked at her and I'm like, you want to go get sweets? She's like, yeah, I'm dying for some sweets. I'm like, yeah, okay. So we went and go get like a box of sweets. It was awesome. Yeah. But, you know, balance. It was just a little bit too healthy.
I mean, I think it just depends on the person. You're in shape, so you can, you know, go and have these things, which is like sweets or whatever. For me,
going out,
it's not the same. For me, it's just I don't have that appetite for fast food that I used to. Even going to Costco.
The Costco cookie, the $5 Costco cookie. Oh my gosh.
The food court, I don't have that appetite for the cost, like just fast food in general, which is great because even now, I think I try to eat a burger. I had 3 bites and I'm like, I physically can't hold this in because my body's rejecting the food because of how bad it is.
Burger which is priest.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I had to finish it because
you were hungry.
I paid for it and I was hungry.
But we did just go do a workout, so it was fine.
Yeah, it's the calories, I guess, hopefully just balanced out. But it was in that sense where I'm just like, I would rather make the burger at home and make it
me too, because then I know what goes into it.
Exactly. I know that it's just beef and I'm putting some seasoning and.
Actually, you know what? Here's a big thing. I baked bread, fresh bread. Yeah, you made. And I'm very big on fresh bread. If you go to like any Italian bakery and you get fresh bread, like it tastes different. And I'm a big baker, so I baked this amazing great fresh bread loaf. And you know, I saw Tav, and so I gave him 2 slices of fresh bread. Yeah. This guy was like, oh, like tastes fine. Like, what do you mean it tastes fine? It's fresh bread. One, you didn't eat as soon as you came home, which already has me like, you know, why didn't you eat my fresh bread? Yeah. And then he's like, oh, like I can just put in like the toaster, right? And I'm like, don't you put my fresh bread in the toaster. You're going to put it in the oven. You're going to warm it up. And he's like, oh, I can put it in like the microwave. And I'm like,
I'm sick and tired of the microwave. I think we should throw the microwave away.
I hate the microwave.
I think we should make 2026 throw the microwave away because it's just bad. The only
good function of a microwave is to cook things that are already made of cardboard. Craft dinner, pierogies. Like you shouldn't be eating that stuff. You need to fuel yourself.
When people boil or like put like they have a cup of water and instead of boiling it in a kettle, they put it in the microwave. Terrible. People do that. To make tea, mostly in the North America, because in like the UK and all, they
is it because I'm half British that this is my first time hearing about this?
Probably, but I have such a distaste for people that get the hot water by putting water in a cup in the microwave and then turning on for 45 seconds. I think it's terrible.
It tastes different. It will taste the radiation. You know, I did a science fair project in grade 8 that I actually won because of this, where I went around the house with the radiation thing, and you know, I can't remember the exact percentage points anymore. But the microwave, of course, as everyone knows, that radiation. But then there's going to be someone on the internet who says, oh, but your phone every day, you have all this radiation.
That's for a use.
You have to learn how to turn your phone into productivity.
Yeah.
How can I earn money with this tool? I actually feel like my eyes are decreasing because of how much time I spend on this phone. I wear 2 glasses now. I wear the blue light, and I learn like the zooming in. Oh, like, God. That also has blue light. I have double glasses on me, and I'm like working 24 hours a day like this.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
No, but even when it comes to your phone,
business owner.
Yeah, right. Even my mom, she had to get glasses after, like, 'cause she's on her phone all the time doing orders, and I'm like,
it's crazy.
I can't tell her don't go on your phone because she's doing it to make money. But at the same time, she should take proper precautions for her eyesight because she's getting older. So
that's very true.
Even for you, take the proper precautions.
I'm trying.
And
what else is there?
There's really nothing, just glasses.
Looking far away. I look outside my
use the Apple VR headset instead.
That's worse for you.
Yeah, but I have that. You have the VR Apple one? Oh no, you have the Oculus. I remember. Yeah, you have the Oculus for gaming. That's cool. That's so cool. Yeah, even for me, I gave my AirPod Pros to my brother. I'm like, I'll just wear wired.
I love wired.
Wired is always best. And I just didn't want to have that radiation in my ear. I could physically feel my head would hurt more often.
It does.
I would get a headache more often with using AirPods every day at the gym or on the way to work or whatever than not having them.
It's weird because I'm actually like getting headaches spending all like my entire time on my phone.
Yeah.
Because of my 2 businesses that I run. I have to. It's about, I've done to balance that though. As soon as I started noticing it, I actually got a rock climbing membership.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that I have met rock climbing. So if you ever feel uncomfortable to go to some place alone, I want you to know that it is better that you do not wait for anyone and just do what you want to do. So for example, I didn't know anyone rock climbing and I got this rock climbing membership and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go there. I'm going to meet friends. I'm going to meet people. It's going to be awesome. And also I'm doing rock climbing for myself. Mm-hmm. But regardless, I generally just wanted to rock climb. And so I went there not knowing anyone.
Yeah.
And it just starts with saying, hey, how long have you been rock climbing for? Or, hey, are you new to this gym? Or just some open-ended questions. And then you just start going, as an extrovert, I love people.
Yeah. So I think we both like that, just meeting people and just talking. Wherever you are, even when I'm working at the bar, some guy walks in, he sits at the bar, you just talk. You just get to know them. If they're boring, you just say, I have work to do. If they're interesting, you just keep going on with the conversation. And then you just made someone that will probably come in once a week. Or if they have high connections, you just made a connection.
There you go.
You just
the conversation's boring. You just climb the rock.
You just be like, sorry, I got stuff to do.
You don't have to say sorry. You just go.
You just go. You just leave. It's like, sorry, I'm going ahead.
And I'm out.
And I'm out. One of the other things I wanted to talk about is why compliments make some people uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh, I want to talk about this so bad. Okay, so I'm going to start with an example. Yes. It's going to start with the how are you example. Mm-hmm. So when people text me and they go, hi, how are you? Don't tell me how am I. I know you don't want to know how am I.
That is true.
If you ask me I know you want something. Just ask me.
No. Okay. I gotta, yes. I'm in the same way where if you want to ask for a favor, just ask for the favor. Ask, put the whole message. Hey, I need this. Could you help me? I hate when people are sending you a message saying, hey, I need a favor. And then they wait for you to respond. They're not even asking.
Tell me first so I know what I'm in for.
They're forcing my time. So I have to respond. And then they know, oh, I'm on my phone. So he's going to respond right away. And then they ask the favor. Just ask me it all in one go. I'm either going to say no or I'm going to say yes. And that's it. There's nothing else to it. Don't do this flip-flop game of you're going to wait because then I'm going to ignore you for 3 hours and then I'm going to respond. And then they're going to respond right away back again.
You're like, I need you now instead of pacing it out.
I'm like, buddy.
But like all my friends know that I would go to the ends of the earth and do anything for them. Yeah. So it's not about asking me. It's like, just tell me so I know what I'm in for and that I can prioritize. I can make it so even sometimes I have better solutions. Actually, always I have better solutions. Yeah. Actually, that's something I want to get into, especially for guys.
Okay.
As a business owner, I'm always thinking of solutions, And as we both know, a particular friend of ours is always thinking of barriers. And of course, it's not just our mutual friend. It is everyone around the world. There are solution-oriented people, and then there are naysayers, right? But the thing is that when I have a conference this weekend that we're setting up for, and I have these ideas, and I can see it in my head. If I can see it in my head, it can be done. Yep. It can 100% be done. And when I go to people who are knowledgeable, for example, I go to Home Depot, be like, this is what I see in my head. Here's how I drew it out. How do I do this, right? I don't know the proper terminology because I'm not the expert in it. I just need them to give me the solutions, Think of other ways.
Yeah.
And they have trouble thinking of other ways. I think we should bring back, I think what's needed in this AI era is for people to be creative again, people to think outside the box. I walk around IKEA looking for how I can do this very elaborate, mega stand thing. You'll see it on the conference. Okay. And I find this curtain hanger and a bunch of pulls from hanging up the things. I'm like, perfect. And it works. It works every time. But I need people to be thinking outside the box with me. Yeah. So 2026, create your unique unicorn by thinking outside the box.
No, 100%. I think there was a study done that people that use ChatGPT every day, their brain activity has gone down.
Are you calling me out?
I'm calling all of us out because we all use ChatGPT.
But my creativity.
Yeah, to some certain extent, you can use ChatGPT when you don't know something. But people that use it every day for everything, that's where the brain activity starts to go down because now your brain isn't working as hard to try to, find a solution to the problem. And that's interesting because we're all like ChatGPT is our best friend and our best friend is fucking us. Yeah. So it sucks. But it was.
So how do we combat that? Because the thing is, I like to learn. I use ChatGPT to learn, and you know what I've actually been doing. Actually, I actually see what you're saying, where I have these marketing, let's say posters, and I know that I am not a designer, but I can see it in my head and I can see it done professionally. So I go on my Canva, that is not pro, and I make my design up, and then I put it into ChatGPT and I say, make this better. Yeah. And you know what? It takes my design and it makes it better. So it's still my design. It's still my own creativity. It's just glossed over with professionalism. And I'm like, wow, how much did I spend on this?
$0.
Of course I use, our friend's ChatGPT Pro.
Yeah. Gotta pay for
but I still paid
That's great.
$0.
But even in that sense, kind of going back to the whole compliments thing.
Oh, actually, we should edit that out because if ChatGPT starts how Costco revoked those membership things so you can't share memberships. If ChatGPT finds out that I'm using someone else's ChatGPT Pro, then if they start revoking that, I'm gonna get really mad.
It's all right. Well, I'll bleep it out.
Yeah.
I'll be like, they don't know what website we're talking about.
They won't know.
But talking about compliments, because I think I wanted to get back to why compliments make some people uncomfortable. Have you ever complimented a guy? You have.
Okay, but when I have this very big thing. I can't stand liars. I can't stand people who lie. I'm a Scorpio. I don't know if people believe in signs or not. I don't really I don't vibe with that. But one thing that's always very true about my sign Scorpio is that if you lie to me, there are no second chances. You have betrayed my trust, and I can't have another conversation with you if I know that you're just being not truthful. And so when it comes to giving a guy a compliment, I only and ever give a guy a compliment if I genuinely feel it. I mean, Tab, the other day, we were on call, and he was like, Aurora, you told me this amazing compliment that I'll always remember for the rest of my life. It's apparently, I don't remember this because I feel it in the moment, and then
that's it.
He pisses me off 2 to 4 business days. So it is. But I told him that he brings me so much peace.
Oh yeah, this is on
and I feel like it's something I would say.
Yeah.
I definitely said it. I mean, he remembers it.
If he remembers it, that means you said it and you meant it.
Yeah.
Because like, he remembered it. He has a terrible memory.
The guys around me, apparently the compliments that I give are so genuine. Like, they've told me that they remember it like months later, and actually even years later. I mean, this guy, never mind, I'm not going to say that.
Is it going to be about that? Okay.
I think I told you about it.
Yeah. I was like, I just thought, I'm like, oh, you can't say that.
That compliment.
But for guys, compliments mean so much more. Like, they'll remember a compliment. I remember the compliment I got in high school from a random girl. I remember the compliments I got from my teachers. I remember just random compliments throughout my life that I don't even know the person anymore, but it's just a guy.
Do you think it's adding to your identity of success?
Yeah. I think it's the push that they had the confidence to say that to me, compliment me. So it's that whole push where it's like, oh wow, a random person thought this about me. I can do so much greater.
I feel like for women, like a compliment, like we will think about it for the rest of the day, and maybe a little bit after that, like a little bit, and then
it's just done. Restart the day, new.
I do feel like we get a lot more compliments than
100%.
Than guys.
Yeah, I agree. Guys don't get compliments.
But enough. I feel like maybe because like women are working. Okay, both parties work on the internal. I'm not saying that we don't. But what I'm saying is that guys, when they're doing things involving like really hard work things, success in terms of like the business type of things, even like in the gym, right? It's kind of like, I'm not trying to devalue it. I don't quite know how to frame it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so much internal work that you guys have to do in order to get where you guys are going within the workplace, as opposed to, I feel like women focus in terms of like comparing just men and female.
I think
we focus more on our outward appearance.
I think
but we still do internal.
Expectations. The expectations of a guy in a workplace is high. Oh. But then for women, I guess this makes the women the underdog, but for expectations for women, it's lower. So when they do success and they succeed in higher places, I don't want to say it looks greater because it is greatness, but it makes it look so much more than if the guy did it, which I'm not trying to belittle.
No, I know. I feel like there's a feeling that we're both trying to communicate. That's not really communicating it well.
I can't say it in a way that just sounds good. It sounds offensive if I'm trying to say it the way I'm trying to say it. Like, I'm not trying to belittle.
No, I know. I don't think either of us are.
By saying they're the underdogs, and when they do something, it looks grander than it should be. And then if men were to do it, it doesn't look as grand because that's expected of them.
Oh.
If you try to see what I'm saying. But again, I'm not trying to say it in an asshole way where it's like,
it's expected of them.
Yes.
I think that because of the way our history has progressed, guys have always been in this sort of corporate, doing these very decision-based roles. And so it is expected of them. But because women have just recently, from the education, and now women are actually, more women are going to university than guys.
Women are, every TikTok and social media I see is women just graduate, like a woman just graduated and she's showing off her degree. I'm like, that's great. That's insane. I'm like, that's great.
I love it. I love it so much. And I actually totally agree. But one thing that I've also seen the statistics is that like what are the guys doing? Like, where are they going?
I think it leads to guys are leading more towards college and trades jobs. I think that's
trades jobs.
I think guys are leaning more towards now to trades jobs instead of the high-end corporate world. That's from what I've seen. Like
that will withstand the AI.
My younger brother is going for electrician at college, and his girlfriend is going for a pediatrics degree.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so she's doing.
Do you feel like women are doing more service-based jobs and men are doing more? Well, no, because trades is still
service-based.
But
it's interesting to see because there's a whole from 2000s. doctor, lawyer, whatever, men, you would see men majority.
Yeah.
And now in the next 20 years, we're going to see a majority of lawyers and doctors that are women instead of men.
In my head, I'm like, I can like picture like a woman just like being a fantastic lawyer, like arguing.
I can picture
the amount of like
the amount of
sides we pick at.
Sass in that courtroom where there's just it's so interesting.
No, but you know what? I know a couple of lawyers who like help with their businesses, and they are amazing.
Yeah.
Like I know that the language that they use are unparalleled. I am like, wow.
Seeing a hot lawyer is pretty nice. I like seeing them I like seeing women in the skirt and then the blazer. That's very attractive. I just have to put that in there because just for personal reasons. I wanted to ask this one: why confidence looks different online versus real life? If you want to give your,
I feel like online
2 cents.
People are disconnected with empathy. I feel like people because there is a screen and because there's that barrier and because we're so desensitized to humanity because of this screen, it has made us more confident in feeling that we can just do whatever we want. I think that's why I've been seeing like Gen Alpha, even Gen Z, I've been seeing a very big lack of respect.
Yeah.
In terms of people shoving their phones in other people's faces. Like I look at like, I have brothers in Gen Z and Alpha, you know, and even just like the language that they use, like I get it.
Yeah.
It's, their own little code.
I hate it.
I know.
That stupid 6'7". So just go on with your point.
No, I know. Okay. So I feel like we have created our own desensitization and lack of empathy, but I think that's where we need to start touching grass. I'm not kidding when I say that. It is true that with our hands, we used to be very physical with our hands, caveman era, touching everything, but because we've disconnected our own sensors, our own feelings from touching humanity, touching a rock, being in connection with nature and the world, we have actually shut off this part of our brain that really grounds us. So we need to take more time in being around nature and being around other humans, re-inputting humanity into us humans. I hate how I sound like a damn robot having to say that.
Humans.
We are humans. But we really do have to add that element back in. What was the question again? I totally forgot.
No. It's why does...
It's happened like on every question now.
Where is it? Why confidence looks different online versus real life?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I answered it.
I thought it was funny because touch grass is a gamer term where it's...
Like ass to grass in the gym?
No. It's like... When
I love that term.
Ass to grass, butt down all the way.
I know.
But in gaming, touch grass is when someone is really good at the game and you're playing against them. And they're so good that... Because the reason they're so good is they put in so many hours into that game. So much time that you tell the person, go touch fucking grass. You've been on this game for 4 fucking years, whatever. And it's just funny because I was just replaying in my head of playing games and someone yelling at me to touch grass and go do some bad things to myself. But it was funny. That's why I just want to touch on it. But no, going off of what you said, people are too not confident online, but people just can think they can say whatever they want online. And it just...
Like, who's monitoring online?
No one's monitoring because when you call them out, if you call them out in person, it's not the same. You can say whatever you want. You can call someone an asshole, a dickhead online.
Actually, you know what I've seen, though? I feel like this generation is more aggressive in saying things to each other's faces because I think that we've merged this sort of... Because of our uses with our phone, I feel like we've started to desensitize ourselves in real life.
In real life.
I hate how I have to say that.
It's just desensitized where this is for guys because that's how I can say it. When I was playing games, you say the most wildest shit. You tell
I know you guys
to do so craziest things. I would never say that to a person in real life because that's just on the game. And even now on social media, the things guys say to each other in like a comment section or like just anyone where someone makes a point and this other guy is replying to tell him to KYS or I would beat the fuck out of you or whatever it may be, but they wouldn't say that.
You can't tell tonalities.
Yeah, that too. And it's just in person, it's a different type of confidence you have. it's different. Social media, people show off. In real life, it's not about showing off. It's more so about how you carry yourself. But on social media, when I see a guy with strippers and a Lamborghini, I'm like, that's not like, it's not
clickbait.
It's clickbait. Yeah, 100%. It's rented Lambo, whatever. But it's just sucks. It's degenerate behavior. That's what it is. I feel like
the true communities and true intentions now are going to be happening from, like, even right now there's a current trend where people are leaving their phones in a basket before you go on a date or before you go to networking. And I feel like now the greater and stronger connections are going to be formed when you're not around your phone. And I feel like that's where the trend of where our society is going to be led.
Yeah, it's just too much.
I want to, like, the impact that people are making.
Too much independence on social media now, and now AI. It's just people just depend on it too much. Even I would say, Tav's job is just all AI. He's doing all the AI stuff, and then AI is doing it.
That's so true.
Like, it's so interesting to see because he's really good at it. Because he can tell, Claude or whatever, do this and ChatGPT and figure it out. But it's just all AI based. I'm like, he's always on a screen. All day he's on a screen.
That's true. I'm wondering what about his eyesight.
I'm surprised he doesn't have glasses.
That's true.
That's very true. I was like, it's interesting because even for me, working as a bartender and doing more hands-on jobs, and I come home and I go on my Mac for like 2-3 hours to do some work, whatever it is, it's fine. But I couldn't imagine being on a screen 9 hours a day. I think that would piss me off.
And then you see me.
And then you see you, but you
24 hours.
But you, in the middle of everything, you work out. You can go out for a walk.
I do.
Work out in your room. You do all these things. So I don't think it's that as bad. But he's sitting on a desk and just looking at not even one screen.
I hang upside down and
he has 3 screens. He has 3 screens, and then he has the phone on the side, and then he has his MacBook. Yeah. That's insane to me. Yeah. I just can't deal with it. But
like, how are we to balance this?
You gotta.
I think like prioritizing, like when I have like a feeling like I'm always sitting down, I genuinely just have so much distaste for just sitting down. Yeah. I need to move. I need to get into a different environment. That's why I'm so lucky that I live here, so I can just go outside and just go to one of my secret spots where I can just lock in. But even giving yourself permission to taking that half an hour to an hour to go work out, I love how I can just do it in my room. I don't like traveling to do that.
No, 100%. And even for him, I would recommend our mutual friend, which I've told him before, go for a walk outside.
I told him to get a treadmill because I go on the treadmill and I'm walking.
Yeah, because even after work, he's back on his Mac to do more work. And I'm like, you got to get out.
You know what's really cool though? His flight simulators.
That is cool. But I'm like, even then, just become a pilot at that point.
It's like, he's not even here.
He's not even flying. It's just, he sets the route and it's just.
No, I know. It's really cool.
Automatically flying. And I'm like, what's the point of this?
He doesn't like stay on and like watch it. He goes and does something.
Yeah, he does something else. But even then, I'm like,
I genuinely think it's really cool.
It's cool, but I find no use to it at all.
If both pilots died somehow that we were on a plane and someone had to fly it, I'd be like, then get your ass up there.
He could fly it 100%. Yeah, that's why I'm like, just become a pilot. Why not just fly planes in real life?
You know what? He has a really good reason for it.
I know.
Yeah,
I do know.
I think it's the sweetest thing ever.
But even then, I'm like, I would like free tickets.
That's so true,
right?
Yeah. I want to go to Barbados.
I want free tickets, and every time he's on a flight coming from or going out of Canada, I want to be on it.
That's true.
That's some motivation, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever do though.
I don't think so either. Yeah. But I think that he can get his like private license, so he can fly.
Yeah, to fly like
his own
smaller planes.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be awesome.
Next, we have self-love versus self-hate. I guess obviously not us, because we're great and we don't hate ourselves. But
no, but I feel like it's so strange because when I'm hard on myself, self-hate, I'm able to do better.
I don't think that's self-hate though, because you already expect so much from yourself, but when you're not doing it, that's where like, what the fuck am I doing? You're not hating yourself. I mean, when I was going to the gym and working out and losing the weight, I would genuinely hate on myself. I'm like, I said some pretty crazy things to myself in the mirror.
No, I know.
And that's what pushed me more to not be a lazy fuck. and change myself. So that's different. I don't actually hate myself. I just made me think I hate myself to push me to be great.
No, I think in that moment, I genuinely did. I'm like, I can't say it.
I can't say it here.
But I would be unhinged to myself, and it would push me forward. Like, my favorite thing is that if I am not accomplishing something, tell me I'm never going to make it. Tell me I'm never going to do it, and then you just watch me. I'll be like, oh, yeah? Yeah.
I think that's a sense of self-love.
Spite.
Yeah, I think.
Spite is so awesome.
Even if you love yourself, you want yourself to be great. And again, it's like the whole thing when you're full of food, that's when you get lazy. When you eat so much food and you're full, you get lazy and tired. But when you're still hungry and you like eat only until the hunger goes away, then you still have that push and that grind to want to.
You know what I'd like? I want one website to be divided into categories that have constantly updating itself, new opportunities that are happening around like the province. Like, do it by province, or if you're, do it by state, you know? Because that would allow so many opportunities to actually be taken by people who want to do things, people who are creative, people who are go-getters.
Yeah.
That, making it that easily accessible, because I know that one thing I can get really down on myself about is that I love connecting people to doing things, but I feel like there's not a connector for me. You know what I mean? Like, I am a connector, but I haven't met a connector. So that kind of like...
Maybe we should do it. We should create it. Business idea.
Okay. I like where this is going. I love explaining my problems.
I know, because then you gotta find a solution. And I think we have the solution.
There we go.
But it's going back to this where even you see online, and I don't want to say this word because I think that might be stricken off of TikTok, but it's just
AT?
when you... No. Something related to that though. Yeah, I can't say that. But it's a sense of when somebody posts something and everyone is just gratifying it, which is if I was fat, not anymore, obviously. If I was, and I posted and I say I'm happy with my body, I'm great, I'm confident. You're not really confident or happy when you're fat. I know this from personal experience. I would say you're not confident in your physical body. But when people post and then you have other people saying, "Oh, go girl, you look great," this and that. I don't think so. You're lying to yourself, and then you have other people gratifying that lie.
It's a catch-22. I feel I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And I actually have two perspectives on this. I feel that as well.
Yeah.
But I also feel that I know that, like, with my emotions, women's emotions, people who have menstrual cycles like this, there are days when you literally be feeling yourself.
Yeah.
You be like, oh, damn, you looking so fun. Like, I get that. And I go outside and I don't care what happens. I'm tossing my hair.
Yeah, but you look good.
No, but like, even when like I was in elementary school, I wasn't like this. I was very active.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. Like, I only knew what my family was providing. I mean, it wasn't like, it was healthy food, but we just ate out a lot because, like, my mom is a full-time working professional with her own business. So that, it was very weird to balance. My father didn't cook at all. So he would not even cook like once a year. Like, I can count the times that he cooked.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of like us just kind of like fending for ourselves, And so we ate what was available, and there wasn't like a big health focus. Not until when I got into grade 9, I cut everything out. I said, hey, I'm not eating dinner with you guys. Like, I'm going to be upstairs in my room. I already ate. I ate one meal a day, and I was very strict to myself. And when my mom was seeing this and she saw me just like immediately just drop. Yeah. Okay, actually, it's like this threshold kind of hit. Like, there was a part where like nothing was happening, but I was very consistent with my working out, and I was hard. Like, Julian Michaels, she's my girl. I rep her. 3 days, okay? You will see the difference. 3 days, Julian Michaels. Ooh. And so I did that, but I was consistent with it, really hard on myself. And then she just dropped. All of a sudden, from me doing that and being consistent and showing my family, like, I did it, you can do it too.
Yeah.
That's when they started getting a little bit more healthier, right? What was the question again? I forgot it. Oh, yeah, self-love. Okay. Yeah. So in regards to, so women can be like feeling ourselves. That's how I'm going to take it from the women's side. Feeling ourselves one day, and then the next day we can feel like I have such chubby cheeks. This last period,
You felt that?
I looked in the mirror and I was like, my cheeks are really
Your
chubby.
face looks the exact same, very skinny.
Really?
Yeah, it looks the exact same.
I didn't think so. These past like 4 days, I'm not even kidding. Anyways, it's been a stressful week.
Yeah, it's not just towards women, but it's in general where it's just false gratification. When I was younger, like looking back at it, after I lost all the weight and I work out every day, I went up to my mom, I'm like, it was terrible that you lied to me saying, yeah, it's okay to keep eating McDonald's. Obviously,
I do agree on that.
Obviously, it was just my mom feeding me, and as a kid, you're hungry, and your mom and your parents want you to be full.
Boys, they eat like
whatever
4
it may
plates.
be, and they want their kids to be full and not have to worry about food. I get it, but you should have stopped me from eating so much junk food and eating so much terrible things that I don't hate her for whatever.
It's a balance.
It's a balance. But as a kid, it's just false gratification, and just people on social media nowadays, it's just false gratification where people are making, because you're saying something and no one wants to be mean. It's not about being mean though. It's about honesty, where if someone,
I just don't comment.
You just don't comment. But for me, it's just, I've seen it in person as well. That's where I'm like, don't lie to the person. If you want to better yourself, if you don't want to better yourself.
If I have lipstick smudged or anything, like, I know you tell me.
Yeah, 100%.
You have to tell me.
I would 100%. If I look at myself and I'm like, oh, I've gained more weight, I'm like, okay, I got to stop eating as much. Even though I already eat 1 meal a day. But the point is to keep yourself, if you want to be the best possible version, you can't have people around you that lie to you and be like, oh no, it's okay, go out and eat.
I do feel that.
That's why wherever I'm going, I just don't want to eat. I'm okay. I had my 1 meal.
I find the hardest thing is to stop being around people who don't support you, who you don't like.
Or their lifestyle is different.
Yeah.
Like today, going to that, for the movie.
Like.
Yeah, exactly. And today, they're probably going to order food and watch the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to be around that because of one reason, but also that reason where I'm not going to eat pizza and eat wings, so I don't want to be there. I don't want to be around that, and that's about it. It's not something crazy.
I do have like another option of like, so I'm just going to bring my laptop and just like do work.
Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like it'd be fine if you were there. Like you and me would just chill.
I know, but I still don't want to. It's just...
Nah, you're not worth it, bro. You're not enough.
I keep my circle just people that I like and that are positive and just
the hardest
good people
thing
in general.
though is that, well, I actually don't think it's hard to push your friends. I think that's actually the easiest thing to do, to push your friends. I think the hardest thing is that when I am trapped, where I'm in like either like a cycle of like, okay, if I want to improve, like genuinely, like this is what you need to do for me.
Yeah.
If I genuinely like want to improve, I'm like, wow, like I really want to get outside. I really want to do this. And I'm trying, because I put my foot out the door. The foot goes out the door and then someone just like pushes me back in. Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm trying and I'm meeting these barriers, I just need you to just like call me, just like talk shit to me and get me out there. Because I will go. She just needs these barriers that just keep on coming. Just like, I think that I need to gain that strength in my life I combat a lot of barriers, but these barriers to me might be really like hard for some people, but they're really easy for me. Just like with vulnerability, right?
Yeah.
For things that I think is vulnerable and not really vulnerable, same thing. With these barriers, the barriers that I actually do need help with, I just need to just like push that accountability.
100%. And that's good, having those people around you where they'll do that for you and you'll do that to them. Mm-hmm. That's how you grow, and that's how you don't stay stagnant. That's how you keep growing and growing and growing, and some days you'll drop, but then next day you'll do twice as much, and then you'll grow even more, and then that's how you grow.
Here's something controversial though. I don't know if you guys, so I like watching the news. I'm staying a little bit off it, okay? Because I know that my mood changed just a little bit because of what's currently happening. Yeah. But I think if you've seen Trump and the people he surrounded himself with, like his vice president, right? The people that he has strategically placed around him are people who have strengths that complement his weaknesses and are able to balance out who they are. So together as a unit, they're all able to focus on the same goals. Well, that is the strongest thing that I think every friendship group needs. And we need to consistently be adding on people who are adding to our goals. We need a goal. What the hell is our goal?
Well, we'll figure out a goal for the beginning of the week and then bring it up on the podcast.
Damn it. I've stopped doing that again. Damn it.
Monday we'll
you
get
were my
back
Mondays.
Yeah.
Tab was my Saturday.
Interesting. That was a car. Very loud engine. But no, I mean, yeah, he's taking over Greenland now, so clearly he's doing something right. The people around him got like whoever's with him, clearly they all figured out something, and now they're taking over Greenland.
It's the power of the people who can push you and continue to grow around you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to mention that. I'm using that example because I was dissecting that a little bit. I'm very curious about those like type of political things.
Yeah.
And damn, we need to start doing that. We need to find people like us. Wherefore art thou?
Oh, that's hard.
Hardworking professionals.
There's not a lot of people that are like us.
Entrepreneurs.
Exactly, right? Not here, that's for sure.
Not here. Oh my gosh. We should move.
I agree.
That was so weird.
I think this can go for both of us.
Yeah.
When independence turns into isolation. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yes.
You wanna?
I do agree.
Yeah. I think when you go so deep down the rabbit hole of wanting to be great and success, I don't say you got to isolate yourself from other people, but it comes to the point where you move out and now you're doing all these things on your own. And sure, you have your friends and you're growing and you're working on your own business, whatever it may be, but it's that sense of, for me, it's you got to make time, but there's so little. You realize how little time you really have in a day to get everything done, in my opinion. Working, and then you work on your business, and then you go to the gym, and then maybe you do like an activity, rock climbing or boxing, and then you have to use just putting all that time in one day, and then you got to sleep for 8 hours, which is such a waste of time, but you have to sleep.
I feel that.
Like, damn, if I could just sleep for like 4 hours and have that amount of time, that'd be great. I would have so much time.
I didn't really want to bed. I kind of seemed like, throw it out the window.
Exactly. But it's that sense where it turns
controversy about a bed.
An obsession. Throw the bed away 2026.
2020. That's a good tagline.
That's a good tagline?
Yeah.
I'll put it in. But that's when independence turns into obsession, where you just isolate yourself from other people because you're working on a goal that puts you above everyone else. And it's your expectations that you had of yourself, your dreams that have become reality. And I think to get to that goal, it takes independence and isolation.
It's very interesting. When you mentioned that, what came to my mind is, have you watched The Lion King, like the live action one?
Yeah.
I think it's like, it's like the background of like, it's called Mufasa, that's one. And they have this quote, it says, if you want to go fast, do it alone. Mm-hmm. If you want to go far, do it with people.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like for me, I totally agree with that quote 100%. Mm-hmm. Because people, they just don't work the way I function.
Yeah.
That's why I only have I keep my friend group small because the people who can handle me are ever fleeting. I have a very male brain. A plus B equals C.
Male brain and female body.
Yeah. And then we're going to forget this past 20 seconds. Anyways, so when I'm working, if I am with people, like you guys just being on call does make me go very fast and very far for long. Like I can work longer. But the hardest thing about like working is, as an entrepreneur, is that future focus. Is because you want to go long term, and then you got to break it down, and then you have to feel like, okay, what do I have to do today? Yeah. And it's about getting that done today. And the thing is, if I know what I want to get done today, I can get that done like literally within like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I just need to have that focus. I have that focus, but it's about knowing where to go, and then I get panicked about what about tomorrow, and that's thinking about tomorrow, so I can't do that.
Yeah, can't think about the future. Be in the present. No, but I can agree with that.
We should all just like make businesses. So we can all just like keep each other accountable.
That, and we should all just like get like a 3-bedroom apartment.
That's what I'm saying, because I can't.
It's so expensive though. That's the thing. You for a 3-bedroom, you're splitting more than finding a studio or 1-bedroom. Realistically, you're gonna
bunk beds.
A grown-ass man is not gonna have bunk bed.
Why not? They're fun.
Not bunk bed.
I get top bunk.
I can get the bottom bunk then. Because I'd rather sleep on the floor. Give me a hard piece of wood and I'll sleep on
couch. Actually, the floor is quite comfy. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this can lead us into our game that I had for you.
Okay.
I guess for us, we can both answer it, but it'll be your answer first. Bare minimum or princess treatment? I'm going to give you a few topics. You tell me if a guy doing this for you is bare minimum or princess treatment.
Okay.
Good morning and good night text.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. I'm a working professional. If I'm a working professional, I don't have time for good morning and good night text.
When he's going to sleep. So whether he sleeps at 7 p.m. or 1 a.m. When he goes to sleep and wakes up, he messages you.
But here's the thing that's different, though. From my friends who are working, like, for someone, our mutual friend is specifically who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I expect it from him.
Yes.
Because he has the time for that.
But wouldn't you expect... Because he's really busy throughout the day.
Yeah, throughout the day.
Yeah.
But when he's going to bed, like, I am working all hours of the night.
Yes.
I am working up until 3 a.m. Sometimes I'll go to bed at 8 p.m. and I'll wake up at 3 a.m. to start working. Like, my time, but I try to make time.
Yeah.
I'll call you guys.
So would you say that's bare minimum or princess treatment?
It depends on the person. It depends on who the guy is. It's not so straightforward. Like,
let's say
if you were dropping me home.
Yeah.
Okay, actually no. Not if you're dropping me home. No, yeah. If you're dropping me home, I would always say like a thank you for dropping me home.
Which you do, yeah.
That is bare minimum. If I was hanging over at your house, and I, took my own way home, I would expect bare minimum that you'd be like, hey, did you make it home safe?
Yeah.
I just think that's just common courtesy.
Let's say it is mutual person. Would that be bare minimum or princess treatment?
That's bare minimum.
Okay. Because
it's him though.
Yeah, I would say
if he was a working professional. Like no, sorry. The wrong word. If he was an entrepreneur is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he has said business, which I know takes
a lot of time.
All your hours of the day. And if it's not taking all hours of your day, pick up another business.
Yeah, do something
I
else.
have 2 businesses for that very reason. One wasn't enough. Anyways.
Cooking her favorite foods. Let's just say he knows how to cook.
You know what? My ex was a chef. And I love cooking. I really do. I especially love baking.
Yeah.
But for the first time, when he just be like, sit down, like, relax, and I watched him cook, it hits so differently. I don't even know what it is about y'all just like taking that damn like napkin thing and put it over your shoulder. I mean, who even does that? But I was like,
I did at work.
I was here for it. I was very proud.
Yeah.
I think that is more of like, I would like that to happen like, not rarely, but not always.
Yeah.
But I would like it on the occasion.
So princess treatment, I'd say. Yes.
Well, I like to cook.
Yeah.
So I want to be doing it.
But you also like having someone cook for you.
Oh, that was really nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. But is that really princess treatment?
I would say so.
I would feel like it's like a bare minimum that he would want to cook.
I think if you're seen, maybe when it comes to marriage and you live together, then it's bare minimum. But if it's just like you're dating and you go to each other's places, cooking for the other person.
Well, I like trying new things. I feel like my partner should try new things too.
Yeah.
So if they don't know how to cook, or even if they do know how to cook, they should keep that skill fresh.
Yeah.
But I think it takes both. I think both should be doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's a bare minimum.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Breakfast in bed.
Okay, that's princess treatment. But I very much appreciate it. And well, the thing is, I have a strict rule with no sleepovers until marriage with the opposite gender.
But they just sneak into your room in the morning at 6 a.m. and just... You gave them the key.
If they did that,
yeah,
I would be like, yeah, I would love that very much.
That's good. Princess treatment.
But I hope it's not messy.
You'll have a bigger kitchen.
Okay.
This is pretty simple. Carrying bags when you two are out.
That's bare minimum.
That's bare minimum. 100%.
Yeah.
If you're a guy, you gotta carry her bags. Doesn't matter if she's at Sephora or whatever store that she's buying a bunch of stuff from.
It's like dancing. I'm going to put the dancing metaphor. A guy controls the woman quite literally when you're dancing ballrooms, what I'm saying. They control where she's gonna go. They decide what's gonna happen next, and it's her job to look fabulous. That is how the partnership comes together. The guy can still look good, but it's the woman who truly makes it. Yep. If you expect her to hold all these bags,
you're an idiot.
She's going to be sweating, number one, and these $1,000 of makeup that she's spending. You know the amount of care that she does on her body? I just told you today where I was like, having to do a hair day, and then you shave everything, and then you have to blow out your hair, and you have your face mask on. This is exhausting.
That's a lot.
It's beautiful. It's really fun, actually.
That's bare minimum, yeah.
A little exhausting
This
sometimes.
is also, I think, we can opening doors.
That's bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
I'm like, why wouldn't you? It's my question.
I agree. I have asked some guys, why wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. Because they don't know that that's the bare minimum.
You but also think of it like it's germs, Yeah. Why would I of course I love to wash my hands, stuff like that, but as a provider and a protector, protect me from the things that I can't even see.
Yeah.
Like
there you go.
There you go. I mean, I always try to put gloves on or my mittens whenever I have to open a door, especially in the winter. But take one for the team.
Planned weekly dates.
That's bare minimum.
Bare minimum. I agree with that. You should, even if you don't have time, if you're working and you have your own business, whatever, you can make a special time and day for both of you to go out, and you should have it planned out 100%.
And everyone has priorities. Mm-hmm. It's about, if you're going to prioritize this relationship, this is what you do. Like with my friends, with you, with Tav, with Heba, even if it's last minute, I'll text Heba 11 p.m. and be like, you doing matcha mornings tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
She'd be like, yep. I'll be like, all right.
She
wake
lives
me
around
up.
here?
No, she doesn't live around her. She works down the street.
Okay, that's why.
I know. So I'm like, come over, we'll have some matcha, and then we'll work at my place. And, we make time for that.
Yeah.
And I feel like with my partner, there'll be some times where we have dates, but then we also have an established routine thing.
Yeah.
So for example, with us, we have a podcast. With Heba, we have matcha mornings. With Tav,
you have other things.
We do skating. That's...
Yeah. But
we work on call, but we're bringing that back.
That's good.
It stopped for a little bit, and then we're bringing it back.
PDA, public displays of affection. This depends on the woman as well. I know some women that don't like PDA.
It depends to the extent.
Yeah, he's not grabbing you and sucking your face.
No.
But in terms of hands around the waist.
Okay, do you have to say it like that though?
What's wrong with hands around
grabbing me and sucking my face?
Do you know how many times I'm at a movie theater and these two people down the rows are just going at it?
Okay, but what did you tell me about the movie theater with said missus?
Okay, but that's empty. I would never do that with somebody. Are you crazy? That's crazy. If it's empty.
Why do we have to say sucking her face? That sounds so bad. That's not.
But PDA in terms of arms, hand around a waist, or
that's beautiful.
When you're getting out of your chair, give her a kiss on the forehead.
It needs to be enough that the woman feels claimed.
Yeah.
If you do not show that she is your woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then of course it's not enough. And there has to be every woman, okay, I'm not going to say every woman. I feel it's really polarized. We want to feel, I'm not going to say owned, because I feel like that's going to, no, but I want to say
claimed. I think claimed is the right word.
Claimed.
Pokeball.
I want to feel owned. I want a guy to be like, this is my woman.
Yeah.
It's it's the same concept. How big do you want the ring? Well, how how close do you want guys to be until they see that you're claimed, I genuinely I want my one man to be forever.
Yeah.
I don't want,
we're on the same page.
I don't want, no other guy is anytime I've been in a relationship, I've never found any guy attractive. I've never even looked it doesn't even matter to me. This is the man that I chose, and he sure as hell fought for me.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's
they
good.
It is a fight that they put up just to be together.
Yeah.
In this package. Damn, it's really hard to get into this package that I have.
So is that bare minimum or princess treatment?
What was the question?
PDA.
As I said, bare minimum, enough for her to feel like she's claimed.
Okay. Last one, I think you kind of already answered this, but showing her off.
That's same with the other PDA.
Yeah. But in terms of like every time.
Some women, I guess like, I know that there are some people who don't.
Like, how would you say it is a proper introduction if you and him are going out and let's say he's going to an event and he brings you along, obviously. And how would you say is a proper introduction for him to introduce you to other people? Whether it's friends or colleagues or whatever it may be.
It's interesting because they don't have to say my title.
Yeah.
They don't have to say, this is my girlfriend. Like, you don't have to say that. Like, my name speaks enough.
Yeah.
Just say, like, my first and my last name. This is Aurora De La Roca. You know, and let me do the rest.
There you go.
Or even just say, like, you know, she's a business owner.
She's taken.
Just... They don't have to say that. It should be prevalent that I'm taken from just body language and the way that we're like
that's
together.
Where the hand around the waist would be like, okay,
exactly,
they're together.
But the problem stems from if another woman, no, not a woman in that case, if another girl is disrespectful to the fact that we're together, then it comes into the fact of how he responds to that.
Yeah, knock her ass out. You gotta knock her ass out.
No, I would never. It would come down to, it's weird because I never had that desire. Like in my head, I'm like, if you want him, like he's right there.
Yeah.
And if he's loyal to me, I wouldn't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's on him to be like, fuck off. Yeah.
It's because I trust the partner that I choose. Even like when we're boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Mm-hmm. I trust them so much that I know that they can handle anything that comes after them. Like I wouldn't pick a guy who can't handle this stuff. Exactly. I mean, if you can handle me after chasing me for very long, because I know I don't make it easy, and it's not my fault.
I wouldn't know.
It's just how it. Yeah, yeah.
No, I understand. For me, you know what I would do is I would hope eventually she would get me like a ring, like not like a ring before wedding.
I would like a ring.
Like a ring before, like a promise ring or whatever. And then anytime a girl comes up to me, be like, sorry, look at this. But yeah, I think. Do you have your quote?
You generally would like a promise ring?
I would like a ring from her specifically.
At what stage, or like how long?
I think whenever you know. I mean, I would know that I love her from the beginning, just depending on me getting to know her. But when you know you love each other and you guys are like gonna be with each other forever, whether that's like a year in, maybe 3 years in, it wouldn't be like a timeline. It would be like when that you know that this is my forever. Wow. I think that's when I'd want that ring before the wedding, because in our culture you just give like gold jewelry, like pure 24 karat gold jewelry.
I haven't like experienced that. Like I know that person's like my one yet.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, because then it'd be like, why haven't I married? You know? But I haven't experienced that yet, so I don't quite know how the timelines would be on that. Yeah. But
so I think that's the end. Do you have your quote?
I would like a ring. Let me think about it for a second.
You want me to say mine?
What were we talking about today? We were talking about, let's recap.
Identity, self-worth, internal conflict.
Get yourself an accountability partner. Get you a man who can show you off.
There you go.
I think loyalty. Loyalty is a very big one. Don't lie. Don't ask me, how am I? Because you just want something. Just tell me what you want, please. It's so much easier.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I have a pretty long quote, but I saw it and I'm like, I love this so much. Mm-hmm. Cue the music, inspirational music. But what a privilege to be tired from the work you once begged the universe for. What a privilege to feel overwhelmed by growth you used to dream about. What a privilege to be challenged by a life you created on purpose. And what a privilege to outgrow the things you used to settle for. I like that. I know, right? It's like all 4 in 1 of what I actually believe in for everything.
But it's so weird because I feel like I've never allowed myself to experience that, like that end, that finish of a chapter.
Yeah.
I've always just like continued it. So like looking back, I do get really grateful on how awesome
You gotta
I
be.
was
I think
in high
gratitude is
school.
one of the most important traits you can carry, especially when you're longing for greatness and success. You gotta be grateful for all the.
But now I can look back and see how awesome I was in university too.
Yeah.
So, but then where does this chapter? Because now it's just like,
Now
it's not dictated by governmental system. I
now
just
it's
have to.
dictated by you. We'll end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and we will see you in a week
Yes, we will.
for the 8th episode. Bye, guys.
Ciao.